You touched on it toward the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
NIL.
Yes.
It's important. The coaches know it's important.
Look what I'm wearing today.
That Lincoln Coogs. I
Yeah.
see it. Yep.
Yeah.
But how? I really feel bad about this, but I can't remember the Arizona State baseball coach's name. But he had, I guess, talked to media Sunday, and there's a clip on social media about the importance, how important it is, reality, how important NIL is for ASU baseball. And of course, Arizona State is joining the Big 12 July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying to get their supporters, their alums, to realize we need to increase our NIL support. It's just the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that something similar message from the Houston coaches?
Yes. It's the reality of where we are, and it's part of it's a part of this transition. Where we were, and honestly, it is just heightened for basketball. But Coach Sampson's program's already been there, right? Like, and we gotta do our part to make sure that Coach and his staff have the resources they need to recruit at a high level and remain elite. But Coach Sampson's been recruiting against the top programs for the last 7-8 years. That's been a thing.
Right.
When you look at the conference in our league, now we're in a league where some of these schools, NIL became a thing July 1, 2021 was when it became official that student athletes could earn money for their name, image, and likeness. I mean, compensate for name, image, and likeness. And at the time, what was that? What did that look like in American when you talk about football, right? There really wasn't a sense of urgency in the American football wise, to be at the top tier, one of the top tier NIL schools. And now that the reality is at this level in the Big 12. In order to compete and bring in some of the top athletes and retain the top athletes is a necessity for this department. It's the number one priority right now.
And I founded ASU's baseball coach, Willie Bloomquist. Bloomquist. He said how important NIL is, and some of the quote, if I can get it here. We need some funds to be able to get the players we need if we want to continue building this program the way we want. It's not just the standard recruiting that it used to be, where you try to go out and get the young players and get them here and hold them and develop them after 2 or 3 years. It's not that landscape, whether you wish it is or not, end quote. That's reality.
Yeah, that's reality.
So how, in your role, what do you say to Houston's supporters who have contributed over the years, and say, well, NIL is the lay of the land now, and we need more from you?
Yeah, I mean, we have to, in my role, it's on me to lay out our priorities for the department. And the way I look at it is everybody doesn't believe in it. That's just the reality of where we are. And that's human nature. Every donor or supporter doesn't believe in NIL, right? But the reality is we need it to be successful. And so, I really believe we're in an era of college athletics where as a fundraiser, you can no longer just ask people for money. You have to say, all right, what are our needs as a department? What are your interests as a donor? And let's bring that together, right? And so whether that's what are our needs, right? Our needs are NIL. We're trying to build buildings. We have operating budget deficit. Whether we need funds for mental health initiatives, for nutrition, the needs are long, right? But we need to match so every donor is different. Some people may say, hey, I'm passionate about women's sports. Okay, here are the needs for those sports. Someone may say, I'm passionate about, I really want to see our soccer program play in a better facility. Okay, well, this is what that looks like. But there are a list of people that I just want to do whatever it takes to win. Okay. All right. So the number one priority there is NIL, right? So it's our job to paint that picture and make it clear for them, so they can direct their funds and get their businesses involved in a way to make sure that they can be connected to our kids for those marketing opportunities and that initiative.